Hey there, how's it going? So in this video, I want to talk about kind of something that I've been kind of running through my head for a little while. I've seen other retirement uh, videos on this, but the overall theme is when you retire, you may not need quite as much money as you think you need. Um, so let me kind of bring up a scenario. I won't give my exact numbers that I'm dealing with, but we'll give something that's kind of similar. So, um, you know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I've retired from the military back in 2018. Got some disability, retired at 20 years. And I'll use kind of round numbers to make it easier to consider. Um, we'll just say between military pension and disability, grand total is like 50,000. I'm also working in cybersecurity, pretty good job. We'll just say I'm making 100,000. So 150,000 all in. Uh, so if I wanted to maintain the standard of living, my purchasing power and all that good stuff, um, I'm going to be keeping my military retirement until I die. Um, then the wife, whatever our other savings, I have to figure out how to have her continue, having money coming in that she can live off of. Because when I kick the bucket, my military pension's gone. I didn't do I don't think it's called SGLI, but there's a thing where you can pay into it, and your spouse would get half of your half. In my case, like when you retire at 20, you get 50%, but she would have gotten half or 25% of my overall pay when I was in the military, and it just wasn't that much. And the only advantage I think to it would have been had I gotten out with like severe disabilities or things going on. If I would have died within 5 years, then it probably actually would have been worth it. But here it is, 7 years. I'm still here, alive and kicking. So I'll have the military pension, and we'll just assume it doesn't go up, but it does go up periodically with cost of living increases. But $50,000, that's covered. So I only need to cover or figure out how to save to bring in 100 grand. So while I'm doing that, I'm maxing out 401k through my job. Just started a Roth IRA, have other savings, and I'm saving quite a bit of money. So we'll just kind of round it up. I'm saving like $50,000 just in all those different retirement accounts, investments, stuff like that. Saving for emergency funds, but grand total, we'll just call it 50,000 to make it easy. So when I retire, so I'm only living really off that cybersecurity job. I'm only really living off of 50,000 because I'm taking 50,000 of it and I'm investing it. So I'm only living off of 100,000, and it's not even that. I'm commuting. I work hybrid, so I commute several days a week, and for each 5 days a week, if I go in once a week, that's $1,000 just on commuting and gas, wear and tear. Toll fees, stuff like that. If I work 2 days a week, that's $2,000, stuff like that. So we'll say I go in 3 days a week, so 3 grand. So I'm saving 3 grand there. When I retire and I no longer have this job, that's that much less than I'm actually paying in taxes. So like say 100,000, we'll just assume I'm paying 50,000 or not 50, 15,000 in Social Security, FICA, like just all the federal taxes and everything. So out of that 100, I'm living off of what, 35,000, because I'm saving 50, or not even that. I'm living off of 32, because 3,000 for the commuting, 50,000 for the savings, and then I'm not paying income taxes or anything on that job, so that's like 15,000. So we've gone from 100,000 to 50,000 to 30. I think 37. No, 32,000. 32,000 a year that I only have to come up with to match my spending power, or my discretionary income, the money that I have to actually buy things with. And that's much better than 100,000. If I wanted $100,000 passive income, I'd have to have a lot of money. I don't know what it is, but if you wanted to, like 2.5 million, because I think the rule of thumb is you multiply, if you use the 4% rule, if you multiply whatever you want by your annual income by 25, that's roughly how much you need. So if you needed 100,000, multiply that by 25, that's 2.5 million. If you only need 30,000, whatever that is times 25, see if it was 30, 10, that's 300, 600, we'll say 750. It probably isn't, but we'll just say 750. That's a big difference. 2.5 million to 750,000. Because remember, I still have my pension to bring in what my same, purchasing power and discretionary income and all that stuff would be. And now we're not even counting Social Security, which would kick in, 62, 67, 70, whenever you decided to take it. So, when planning for retirement, when planning especially for early retirement, if that's something that you want to do, just remember, like the number, like your number, before you pull the trigger on whenever you retire, or your FU money, if you want to call it that, might actually be a lot less than what you think. That was just an example of, just what I came up with. Your mileage may vary depending on whether you have a pension, you retired from the military, or like just whatever your situation is. If you paid off your house, close to whenever you retire, that's a lot less money that you need to meet the same purchasing power. So, like, say if you spend $2,000 on a house per month, that's $24,000 a year. Like, pretty soon you're getting to the point where you may not even need to replace your second job or your second career. 100,000, 300,000 might actually cover it. So I just wanted to put that out there. I haven't put too many retirement videos out just because, technically I'm not retired. I'm retired from the military, but I'm working in a second career at cybersecurity because I've always liked computers and, kind of got into cybersecurity and security and stuff like that just because sort of kind of related to the military. And I was able to get my degree in information system security before I retired. And it's still fun. I enjoy doing it. Probably wouldn't do it for free. But I don't know. I'm still relatively young. I'd probably still do it if I got paid less, because it's fun and interesting. The second I'm tired of it, or the second it becomes boring, or I loathe going to work, or just I don't like it anymore, pretty much gonna pull the trigger and retire. So all right, about 10-minute videos, trying to come close to that instead of the closer to the 20-minute video. So if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, leave them down below. And if you want to continue getting some of these videos, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.